Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back to Next Goal Wins. Today we're talking Charles Aranguiz. He's said no to Leicester City apparently after agreeing a £10.5 million transfer fee with his club Internacional. And also we talk Gökhan Inlo, apparently we've agreed a fee for. Will he say yes? And N'Golo Kante, that looks really close to going through. So yeah, let's start off by talking about Aranguiz then. He said no to Leicester City apparently in an interview with Globo magazine in an online site in Brazil. He said he wants to go to Leverkusen over us. I mean, we can't really blame him. I mean, Leverkusen offers Champions League football and are more of a prestigious club really in their country than Leicester are in ours. We can't begrudge him too much because it is a career decision that obviously he wants to play Champions League football, so you can see where he's coming from. I think some of his comments were a bit disrespectful, kind of he didn't even know who Leicester City were, and obviously Leverkusen have a bigger team, which they are the bigger team, but I don't think they'll need to say it, and obviously he's not going to join us now after these comments. If he did join, I'm not sure any of us would even be too happy. Obviously he'd be a great player, but you can't just say comments about a club and then join them and expect it to be okay. So I hope kind of that one doesn't go through now, because if players don't want to be there, players don't want to be there. I know Kante apparently didn't want to be at Leicester, but we've got to get someone in. We can't. Not everyone can keep rejecting us, and to be honest, I'm not sure why people keep rejecting us. It looks like the Kante one's going to go through now because the actual club mentioned it on their Twitter site today about Ranieri talking about him. So that one looks like it's going through. Inla, I imagine he might say no. I mean, I'm not going to speculate. But if he's seen Aranguiz say no, I imagine Inla won't say yes, because Napoli again are kind of a Bayer Leverkusen compared to the Leicester, so he'll probably want to stay there. But at least get Kante over the line. But like I said, why are people saying no to Leicester City? For us, obviously, we're coming from a point of view that Leicester are the best club in the world, because to us they are, but to a lot of players they aren't. They have no kind of history or respect for Leicester because it doesn't mean anything to them. We'll have to look at it the same as if we got offered the chance to join two clubs that were irrelevant to us. Say we're all Leicester fans, which most of us are, then we got offered to join Granada in Spain or Helsingborg in Sweden. You just pick the team that paid you the most and had the most prestige. So it's not as cut and dry as a lot of our fans think it is, with the fact that, you know, he's picked someone over us. Of course he has picked Leverkusen over us if he ends up at Leverkusen, but we can't say that it's not the right decisions for him really, for personal reasons. He holds nothing to Leicester. We just want someone in, and the desperation almost causes us to get this kind of hatred towards a player who we hold no obligation to. At the end of the day, like I said, I don't know why players are saying no to us now. Maybe we're going after talents that are too high for our level really. I'm not saying we aren't at a high level, but if they keep saying no, there must be something wrong with them. Got to talk about Kante. Kante looks like it's going to be over the line. Obviously, once it is, or if it is, I will have a confirmation video up talking a lot about Kante and about what he'll bring to us, etc, etc. But for just for the moment, I'm just going to say I hope it will go through in the next few days. Monday is being reported. Let's get that across the line and all will be well. I'm just going to quickly say in this video, for the next week, I'm kind of Monday to Friday, I'm going to be out of action really, out of the office, shall we say. So I'm not going to be able to do real videos. I'm going to have some set up, like a preview of the Sunderland game and Premier League previews, for example, but if stuff happens with transfers, I'm not going to be able to comment on it really. I might be able to get stuff up on my phone, but all this setup and the camera and everything and tripod and all that won't happen. You might get some kind of phone uploads, but I apologise for that in advance, but obviously we kind of have to have holidays occasionally. That's all for this short video then on Leicester. I'm just going to quickly finish talking about Aranguiz. Obviously it would have been nice. £10.5 million seems like it would have been a bargain for us. I mean, it's not dead yet, the deal. Let's say that. It's not dead yet because the club seem like they're holding out for Leicester because we've offered more money. So I wouldn't say it is dead yet. And let's imagine that this was written in the Sun or the Daily Star. We wouldn't take it as gospel. So just because it's written in a foreign newspaper, we shouldn't take it as gospel. But, you know, I think it is dead. I think it is dead in the water, and I'd be surprised if the Inla one goes through. I hope it does. More than anything, I really hope it does. And I hope the Kante one goes through. And I hope all three of them go through in an ideal world. So, you know, if Aranguiz has turned us down, let's move on now and get another person in. Just quickly, let's do a little recap of today's game of Birmingham. The Birmingham game happened earlier. 2-0 down, and then goals from Drinkwater. Okazaki got his first one ever for Leicester. Diving header at near post from Mahrez, and Hoof scored. Really good to come back from 2-0 down. They scored a stunning free kick, and then Damari Gray, who's been talked about as the next kind of superstar, He scored a really, really good goal, long range or so. To come back at 2-0 down at half-time and win 3-2 just shows good signs for the season. And like someone put earlier, even though it's just pre-season, it's like 14 games now we haven't been beaten in since kind of our run last season, or have only lost one game in 14 games. So you just got to keep that going, and to come back from 2-0 down, they're a championship side at the end of the day, and to come back from 2-0 down and get just a championship side and win 3-2 is really good. Off the game, the positives, I mean, Mahrez looked brilliant again. He's going to be a real superstar for us this season. I can just see it. He's amazing. We've held on to him, really. Okazaki, it's brilliant for him to get a first one under his belt. Hopefully he can push on now and get more for the season when it starts. And Kramaric, again, looked positive when he came on. But certain things, the midfield, again, didn't look strong enough, which is obviously what I've just talked about. We need to get one of them in. But yeah, all in all, a really, really good win. To get 3-2 under our belt, especially from a position it in. You know, foxes never quit, as they say, and we really didn't today with a 3-2 win. Negatives, again, we had a lot of set pieces. I know we scored from one eventually with Hoof, but we had a lot of corners, and we only scored from one of them. We've got to capitalise on them more. For 3-4 seasons under Pearson, our set piece was awful, and it's kind of doesn't seem like it's improved too much under Ranieri. That's one thing we really need to sort out for the new season. But there were a lot of positives to take from today's game. Obviously, there were only 2 wonder goals scored against us, and I know some people said, oh, it won't happen this season, but we might have games where there's 2 wonder goals scored against us when we dominate the game, and we came back to win it. So that's all that matters. Please leave your comments below as any Leicester fan. Follow me on Twitter at LCFC Chamond. That's my Twitter. I'm going to start putting stuff on there about Leicester now. Please like the video, as always, and subscribe to me for daily uploads apart from next week. I'll see you in the next one.